Hello, distinguished viewers. We are at the July 15 International Anti-Coup Hackathon, organized under the auspices of the Directorate of Communications of the Presidency of the Republic of Turkey. We're at the semifinals. Welcome, I'm Fulya Kalfa. We are at the very exciting semifinals of the July 15th International Anti-Coup Hackathon. There may be people who are participating for the first time today, so I would like to briefly explain what we have done and what we will be doing. We started the July 15 International Anti-Coup Hackathon 48 hours ago here. And on the 13th of July, as we started, we had 35 teams contesting, and they transformed their ideas into codes and created their projects. And they worked for 2 days, day and night, and they delivered their presentations to our jury. They're very excited. And very shortly, we will have our semifinals and we will announce which teams will be competing in the finals and will be closer to the grand prize. Distinguished viewers, today is a very significant day for all of us. Today is the 15th of July, and 4 years ago, there we witnessed a very heroic struggle and we fought against coups. The 15th of July 2016, we had many losses. We had a lot of people who were injured, and we were injured deep down in our hearts as well. But we stood tall, and I would like to once again say God bless our martyrs, and I wish a great family to a great um, life to our uh, veterans. That day, the Turkish nation showed that we would not accept coups, and our people were in the streets fighting against tanks, showing that no one can touch our democracy. And that day we understood that we need to analyze military coups and we need to understand and look at the impacts they create. As the Republic of Turkey, we faced many coups and we had to create remedies for the impacts they created. But when we look at the world, we also see that many countries have suffered coups and their people were suffering from the negative impacts created by the coups. So we had to research, think about, analyze the coups, and we had to unite. And we said strength rises from unity, together with the July 15 International Anti-Coup Hackathon. And today we are seeing the fruits of this. And communication economy and education are the themes of this big data analysis that is enabled by this hackathon. An infographic and application will be created. These are the two areas where projects will be presented. Now I would like to speak to our jury members, Mehmet Ali Makbuloğlu and Ongun Tan. Hello, welcome. Hello, hello. Yes, both of our mentors are here. So let's start with Makbuloğlu. Now, what was your criteria in selecting the teams that qualify for the semifinals? Well, the authenticity, the creativity of the project, whether or not it's a product that can serve the society, and looking at whether or not the problems at the root of this product were expressed. And we also looked at the target group of this product, and also if there is an existing project in the same area, we wanted to look at what makes this project stand out. Because only when these qualities are specified, we can understand that the project is authentic. So, Mr. Tan, What do you think about the project's ideas, the current situation we're in? Well, the projects were very nice, especially those who applied for my mentorship, both for educational purposes and also for forecasting such situations beforehand. Were some examples that we saw. Of course, this is a hackathon, expecting the end product or expecting um, rapid results is not very realistic. It will only be a concept, not an end product that we see here, but it's important to make sure that the story and the scenario is created well. And every idea is very valuable. And even if you can't win, this happens in startup presentations as well. For example, the greatest startups of the world, for example, were eliminated. Like there is a startup congress that sends emails to those that are eliminated, and they say, look, there are projects that didn't qualify before, but they made millions of dollars in the end. So the important thing is to carry on with perseverance. And there were some that stood out with the that were using artificial intelligence. And once again, I would like to emphasize that it's important to make sure you take part in this project and you continue on with resilience afterwards. Well, Mr. Tan, I agree with you because the point you're emphasizing is very important because the teams, whether they win or not, they are seizing the opportunity to portray themselves, their ideas in an international platform. So, what do you think about the ideas that will come out of this hackathon? Are you excited, basically, Mr. Makpulolo? Well, as we were watching the presentations in the hackathon, we saw the storytelling qualities of the teams, and it proved to us that these teams are very ambitious. And basically, when you hand over a problem to someone in this country, you see that these people become very excited and ambitious to resolve that problem. And that's what matters because right now they are working on an anti-coup project, but afterwards they could work for human rights or technological development. And what matters is the effort, the ambition that the participants display, especially in terms of storytelling and making that story resonate on the other party. Okay, so I would like to receive both your opinions briefly about this question. What were your advices during the mentorship process and what will they be in the future? Well, there were some teams who asked, what shall we do here? And as mentors, of course, we're not supposed to tell them what they do, but we need to explain why they're doing this and what the main strategy is. And I think the teams needed different perspectives, like not narrow questions, like we don't have this data, how can we get hold of this data? But rather questions like how can we be more creative in finding data? So that was the guidance that I provided. Because if you think just like everyone else, you can't stand out. To stand out, you need to involve creative thinking. So that's what I focused on in my mentorship processes. So, Mr. Makbulolo, what would you say? Well, first of all, I agree with Ongun because he's been my mentor for a very long time as well in my life. Being a mentor, advancing towards a certain target, how that can be strategically managed, all of that I learned from him. And with the teams that I have been mentoring, I focused on guiding them towards how they can create the criteria the jury is looking for because they may focus on certain topics and forget about some others. For example, the target group of the product, who the product will appeal to, was one question that I asked to the teams. I think that's important. And also, they asked me questions about advanced presentation techniques. And as Ongun had taught me before, I told them that they need to make sure that it is easily comprehensible. I mean, it could be a 15-year-old or a 70-year-old, but you need to deliver your presentation and explain your solution in a very simple manner. That's how I guided them. And I see that the teams have integrated this well to their own activities. Thank you very much, Mr. Onguntan and Mehmet Ali Makbuloğlu. Yes, this was very important, how they have been mentoring, how they prepared for this process. Thank you very much once again. Thank you. Thank you. So, distinguished participants, distinguished viewers, I am shortly going to announce our semifinalists. First, we're going to connect with our teams and share the excitement of our teams. Out of 35 teams, we have the semifinalists selected, and they will continue to develop their project, and they will be eligible to continue to compete in the July 15th International Anti-Coup Hackathon, and the World Coup Monitoring Platform application development opportunity will be there, and they will also have the opportunity to develop a website. And they, as I said, the team that gains the opportunity to develop the application of the World Coup Monitoring Platform will win 15,000 euros, and the team that will create the infographics will win 2,000 euros. And the infographics and the applications will shed light upon the history of coups in Turkey and the world. So the whole world will be winning at the end of this hackathon. So we have reached that very exciting point. I am very happy to announce our semi-finalists. In the 48 hours, in a very short time, they created their projects. And I will announce our teams first, and then I will announce the semi-finalists. First of all, let's connect to 98.2% computer engineers. Hello, can you briefly introduce yourself? Hi, I'm Ulaş Metin. I'm from the İzmir High Technology Institute. I'm in computer engineering. I'm in my senior year. So how did you experience this process, or how did you become part of this process? Well, there was an announcement in our techno park, so we gathered together with our friends and we focused on how we can create and develop a project in the best way. So we had our debates, and after that, we came to this day. Can we have a look at your presentation? Yes, of course. Hello, I'm Ulaş Metin. I'm the captain of the 98.2% computer engineers team with Busenur Cemal and Onur Karakoç. We made use of machine intelligence, and we are creating a prototype that will forecast whether or not a coup will happen. The coup is the sudden violent overthrow of an existing government by a small group. As a result of our researches and according to the causes we gathered from the articles we reviewed, we can see that there are two groups of causes: structural and background causes and short-term triggering effects. When we look at the structural and background causes, we can list past coups, economic development or wealth, regime legitimacy, strength of civil society, and in terms of short-term triggering effects, military popularity, economic crisis or decline, domestic political crisis. So when you combine all of these effects, our data set consists of inflation, GDP per capita, military size, military budget, growth rate, export, import, and index, which shows whether a coup has occurred during that year. So We are continuing our researches to expand our data set, and the accuracy rate of our first model was 90.9%. And we used Python, scikit-learn, Pandas, and Excel. And this is our data set, as you can see. And our references can be found on this slide. Is there anything else you would like to add? I wish the best to everyone, and I believe that there will be a very nice project revealed at the end of this. Yes, we watched the presentation of 98.2% computer engineers, and our next team is Alpha Bay Bountech. Hello, who am I speaking to? Can you introduce yourself? I'm Serhat Seyran, Alpha Bay Bountech team leader. We are attending from Balıkesir Teknokent. So how was the preparation process? Were you excited? Yes, of course we were excited, and we are also very honored and proud to be part of this hackathon. And anything good we can do for our country will make us very happy in this subject matter. And we will be very happy once we see your presentation, so let's have a look at it. Hello. Hello, our team is Alpha Bay Bountech. We are participating from Balıkesir Teknokent. And our opinion as a team is there needs to be organizing for a military coup, and we need to detect that organization beforehand. And the data we gather from the communication devices of the organization members can create a network, a data for us. These can be short messages, phone conversations, and we can display this with a graphic. Each of these nodes represent the individuals, and each edge shows the communication. These edges have weights, and it will be about how long the conversation lasted. For example, a 9-minute phone conversation or 9 short messages, texts, for example. So once you create this network, we will be looking for various patterns. For example, the leader of the organization may be contacting each member of the organization individually. So you could have a star pattern, or the organization's leader could be contacting only one member, and then they could be contacting each other. So we will try to detect the organization through these patterns. Thank you very much. Are you confident with your project? Yes, of course we are confident, and I also would like to wish the best to all other competing teams. Okay, thank you, and we wish you all the best as well. And our next team is Atölye. Hello, who am I speaking to? Hi, I'm Alamettin Çelik. We're Atölye. Which city are you participating from? We're from Istanbul, and we are experiencing a very nice hackathon process. It's a little busy, but it's very nice. Okay, so you said it's busy, so let's quickly reflect your presentation on the screen. Hello, I would like to introduce our project. We created this team with 4 people, and the application looks at the data on Twitter, and we process the raw data on Twitter, and through these trends we can find the 0 point, and we can also grasp the key points over Twitter, and also we will be creating infrastructure and architecture to integrate other social platforms. And also, with looking at big data, we can get valuable results, and we can take precautions against all probabilities beforehand. So Coup statics can work in multi-thread, and each thread will come to an end, and once its task is completed, and the remaining power will then be transferred to another area. We can look at the connections between users, the connections between trends, and in terms of architecture, we have two systems that we are working with. One looks at the trends and tweets, and the other one grasps the tweets country by country, collects the tweets country by country, and the two systems can work in parallel, synchronously with each other. So we have various servers in various countries. And I will ask for your final sentences, please. Yes, and now I'm coming to the end. Yes, but I mean, what would you like to say? I would like to hear your opinions. Well, it was an interesting project in terms of processing the data on Twitter. I believe that it will be beneficial for our country and nation. Thank you. So are you excited? Of course. And I guess you're quite ambitious as well. Yes, we are. So I wish you and your team all the best. And I would like to announce our next group. It's Beykent University. Hello, welcome. Who is attending?
Hello, I am a computer engineer, senior class from Beykent University. How did you prepare yourselves? How many members do you have in your team? Well, we have 4 members in our team, and since the start, we have been thinking it has been quite intense. Okay, it has been intense. And what kind of presentation did you develop in the meanwhile? Let's watch your presentation. Well, we are a team from Beykent University. We are part of the International Anti-Coup Hackathon. How do coup come about? We thought about that and how to resist coups and what the people can do to get together to resist coups once they happen. Unilateral, multilateral strengthening of communication is our theme. Well, the weakness of communication is centralization. The coup attempt, the group that is attempting a coup is trying to conquer, well, the communication infrastructure. And how do we strengthen communication unilaterally and multilaterally? We have considered 5 points that are important. The state-public communication application. The state can instruct the people, and communication between the people and state will be possible. It will be public. A mesh network will be used, which is far away from a centralistic communication structure. Communication and correspondence protocols will be set up. When there is an emergency, the presidency will take over the control. The operator company will not have the power to cut the communication. There is a communication infrastructure which can be used in case of disasters by the presidency. There's a base station which is used for that purposes. It has a balloon structure. The presidency will control the communication infrastructure, radio and TV broadcast and communication, and can carry out live broadcasts when necessary based on a protocol. Satellite telephones will be used in a coded fashion. The administrators, they will use channels to communicate individually or collectively. The bureaucrats, the stick system will be included therein. Thank you very much, Eren Bey. Do you have confidence in your project, Eren Bey? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. I think he can't hear me now, but we have watched the presentation of Beykent University. I would like to introduce the next team. Boğaziçi, Siber will be with us. Hello. Hello, welcome to our broadcast. Hello. My name is Bilal İmamoğlu. I'm representing Boğaziçi Siber team. We are joining from Bosphorus University. It's very exciting to join you. How many members do you have in your team? 5. So can you briefly introduce what you have been doing so far? Let's watch your presentation. Hello. As Boğaziçi Siber team, we have generated infographic idea. We have a clustering method to segment the action pre-coup and post-coup actions of a country. As was the case on July 15th, not every coup is successful, and 49-50% of the coups have been successful so far. 50% have been prevented due to various reasons. We will investigate the reasons thereof, the reasons of prevention and how they have been prevented, and the reason of failure of coups. And public support. They have been prevented due to public support, for example. Well, we will use the following methodology. We will have a test country and we'll look social parameters pre-coup and post-coup. And we will analyze the coup impacts, and we will analyze case studies in which the coups have failed and due to public support and what happened in this process. And we will analyze the technology used in this process, and what happens after the coup has failed will be compared with the ones that have not failed. And to analyze the public supports, we have to analyze the societies, and based on these parameters, the awareness of democracy, the social structure, and confidence in the government or trust in the government. Then we will use the following parameters to investigate successful and failed coup attempts, basic data, the happiness index of the country, the education level, economic data, academic broadcast, and the confidence in the government, and to what the election results. So we will take into account geographical, social structures, language and cultural elements, testing countries. Tested countries will be Turkey, Libya, Guinea, Egypt, and Argentina. We will investigate previous coups in those countries and the changes that they underwent after the coup. This is the summary of the project. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anything else you would like to add at the end? Well, technically speaking, well, there have been some technical failures. We had to reshoot the video because of technical deficiencies. I wish everyone success. Okay, lots of success to you too. I would like to invite the next team. The name of the team is David, which means invitation. So welcome, David. Hello. Can you introduce yourselves and your teams? How many members does your team have? My name is Tugay Turalp, Bursa Uludağ University. Well, we have 5 members in our team. Are you excited? How was the process for you? We're quite excited. Well, it is based on an idea. So we generated an idea, and together the best ideas, the most applicable ideas were considered and for presentations. So we're trying to do good for our country. Okay, very briefly, can you? We will watch what you have been doing so far in your project. Hello. The name of the team is David. We are from Bursa Uludağ University. Well, there are units who intervene, respond to emergencies, and we are developing a program for them, and all kind of disaster and emergencies will be investigated, and how they are responded by the relevant emergency teams and civil defense teams will be investigated. To be able to take measures before the coup and during the coup, we will investigate all the relevant plans, and it's really called the anti-coup production plan, which will be integrated in the overall response plans to a coup, and who will do what during a coup, and how will they respond to a coup The organizational structures will be investigated and communication deficiencies will be determined, and we will think about how to solve them, and how people will communicate with each other during the coup and how they will respond. We will use the outdoor access point technology. It will be a wireless network. Over this wireless network, with an app integrated into system, we will be able to communicate visually as well, and audiovisually, and we will prevent lack of communication. Well, there are power outages sometimes, and which will need to be prevented. Communication channel will be rendered active before the coup and during the coup, and will uh, allow us to intervene also with the support of the public. And thank you very much. It was a good presentation. You told us about the details and your overall goal. Thank you very much. I wish you lots of success. That was David Group. Now we'll talk to our RGS Techno Park. Hello, welcome. Can you introduce yourself? My name is Ahmet Kiraz from RGS Techno Park. We wanted to contribute to Techno Park. We had a difficult time during July 15th. We would like to prevent this from ever happening again. So we started by brainstorming our ideas, and as a result of the brainstorming, several ideas came up, and they have been represented in an infographic. Let's watch a presentation. Hello, we as RGS Techno Park we investigated the common features of coups like July 15th coup and how to prevent such coups. Some proactive and reactive strategies, we came up with those. And by using infographics, we will look at economic and political manipulations during a coup and how they came about, and we will provide recommendation. And well, we will present certain suggestions with regards, which will have military elements as well, and how to differentiate between the civil and military elements during a coup, and military units, how to remove them from bigger cities geographically, how to reposition them. That will be one of our suggestions, and abnormal traffic flow within the military units will be investigated. A pre-alerting system, an early warning system will be put into place. Smart urbanization systems will be taken into account, and our apps and projects will be integrated in the smart city systems. Thank you very much. Anything else that you would like to add to what your friend said? Thank you very much. I wish you lots of success. Thank you, Ergios Techno Park. Now we will talk to Gaun. Can you introduce yourself? Who am I talking to? Gaziantep University, Electricity and Electronics Department student. How many members do you have in your team? Are you excited? How was the last 48 hours for you? It was quite nice, and we are of course excited. We have 6 members in our team, so okay. We are sharing your excitement, and let's watch your presentation first. Hello, everyone. We are from Gaziantep University, Gaun, and we are happy to join the International Anti-Coup Hackathon. Let's introduce our project very briefly. So we will talk about the economic and analyze the economic impact of military coups and coup attempts in detail. We will present graphs about those in our app. And this app will be for the youth, for young people, and because we are young people, so we are we don't have much experience with military coups, let's say, and we will investigate the economic impact, how the foreign exchange rates have changed, the GDP changed, how, what changes have been brought about in exports, imports, etc. So this app will have an interface, and you'll see the flags and names of countries in the app. We have Turkey, Argentina, Egypt, and Nigeria. These have been taken as examples. When you click on Turkey, you will see the dates of the coups and the coups in Turkey, and then you can select the date, the relevant date, and we'll see the economic data in various graphs related to those coups. And we will add other features. We will give brief information on the coup. And I missed something, excuse me. There will, on the intro page, there will be a generic movie regarding, well, or a credit page regarding the coups. Thank you very much for all of the information you have given. Um, You explained your presentations very well. I wish you lots of success. That was Gaziantep University. Now we're speaking with Hacettepe University. Can you introduce yourselves, please? I can hear you. Who is this from Hacettepe University? Can you hear us? My name is Volkan Ercas. I'm from Hacettepe Teknokent team. I have a problem with my camera right now. Okay, let's ask the technical team. Let's watch the presentation first, and then we can speak to you later. Is that okay? Yes. Anti Anti-coup news. The other name is Anti-coup news. The only source for true, real, and verified information. Citizens living in Turkey. They will have access to true and real information confirmed by the Turkish presidency before the coup, during the coup, and after the coup. They have quick access to reliable information. The reasons why there are many unverified news sources. It's difficult to access accurate news, and there's a lot of misinformation, disinformation. And this app will generate solutions to these problems. So you have a single source to access the true information very quickly, to not giving opportunity to heinous co-organizations. Well, we use Flutter and Mongo as technologies. Flutter is Google's mobile and desktop. It has a single code basis. It's a user interface kit. MongoDB has been created for modern application developers and clouds. It is document based, and so all of the announcements news will be made through the application, through or via the Directorate of Communication of the Presidency of the Republic, and a VPN network will be used, which is coded. This will be transferred. The codes will be transferred to the app, and the hash value will be checked, and any misinformation will be prevented from being included on the app. IS 256 will be used to code it, and to protect the app against attacks, a specially prepared firewall will be used. So these are the pages of our application. We can't see you, but we can hear you. Thank you very much. Anything you would like to add at the end? Well, I had a problem with the camera, so we watched your project. Anything else you would like to say? Thank you very much. I wish success to the other teams, and hopefully this project will be good for our nation and the country. Okay. We have from Hatay Mustafa Kemal University and Technopark another team that is joining us now. Hello. Who am I speaking to? Well, I am member of faculty Bülent İşçiben from Hatay Mustafa Kemal University and Technopart. I am representing the joint team. How were your your 48 hours before this? Are you exciting? Can you share you excited? Can you share your feelings with us? Yes, we are quite excited as the other teams are. We have a six head team and we had an intense 48 hours. We tried to ready our application. Let's watch our presentation. Yes, sure. Let's see what kind of presentation has been created in the last 48 hours by your team. The purpose is to detect suspicious military movements and by the civil teams and to inform the relevant authorities about it. We have visual, audio, and written notifications sent out to the center, to the hub, and depending on the value of the incident, so we we will check whether or not the relevant authorities have been informed about this movement and there vis-a-vis potential suspicious activities, response will be taking place. So this is the platforms. They can be used independent from the device, and we will have an entry screen at the first, which will be integrated with the e-government system, and we will see whether or not those that notify us are real or not, exist or not. So this is to verify the truthness of the notification. Once you enter login, you will fill out a form, a notification form. You can do it in text. You can send an audiovisual file. And there's also location information that will be added to this and will be sent to the center. We will have a map at the center, command center. You will see where the notifications have been coming from. The hub or the command center will identify the suspicious locations, and they will be able to see the content of the notification. And then we will establish a link with the relevant authorities and determine the danger potential of suspicious movements and make sure that the law enforcement can intervene. And then to invite civil people to resist, there will all numbers and devices that have been recorded in the system will be used to be sent messages to, and so that the people can intervene, can respond. So you have prepared an app for the last 48 hours. Would you like to add anything at the end? Well, thank you very much. I would like to congratulate everyone for all their efforts. And I wish that this app will help to prevent future coups in our country. Thank you very much. We share your feelings and thoughts. We will continue with the next team, Uninterrupted Democracy. Welcome.
Hello, welcome. Müge, can we get to know you? Hello. Can we briefly get to know you? I'm from the 9th of September University, 9 Eylül University. I'm Burçak Müge Vural. I'm representing my university together with 4 of my teammates. We're from Izmir. We're a multidisciplinary team, and we had very intense 48 hours. It was educative and entertaining at the same time. So let's have a look at what kind of a presentation came out of those 48 hours. Thank you. Hello, Burçak Müge Vural. Our activity focused on 3 factors, and it was about measuring the information, perception, and emotions. And the data collected can be transformed to focus on coups. We focused it on a specific coup, but it can be used for other coups as well. For the July 15th coup, we looked at 3 categories: economics, sociological, and politics, and we created a pool of questions. And these complex questions can be responded, and you don't need to register to the system. There are open-ended questions to understand the perception and feelings of the users. And then there are multiple choice questions to measure the information level of the user, and the weight of each question can be defined. And according to the responses received from the users, the scientific information received will be checked to see if it matches with the user information. That's for multiple choice questions. And for open-ended questions with some text mining methods, the perception analysis will be carried out, and websites, images, news will be analyzed, and with the use of artificial intelligence, the question pool will be further expanded and enriched. So it's a dynamic process in that sense. And this being designed as a web application is to avoid the collection of personal data, and also the limited resources of mobile devices will not be used, and also the application can be hosted within the country in this case. And also in the social media applications, scientific events, and commemorative programs, the application can be used. Thank you very much. We heard the presentation of Uninterrupted Democracy, and our next team is Commandos. Welcome. Hello, who am I speaking to, and how many make up your team? I'm Emre Demircioğlu. I'm the team leader of the Commandos team. We're four people in our team from various universities. We are excited. The 48 hours went by very quickly. Let's have a look at your presentation then. Hello. As the Commandos team, we titled our project Anti-Coup Movement, and we would like to start our presentation. The main goal of the Anti-Coup Hackathon is to raise awareness about coups, and we thought we could contribute to this in this sense. Coups have an impact on everyone. It creates economic and social changes, political changes in everyone's life, and it creates certain results. So a social platform where people can better grasp these impacts, this information, would create awareness. People would be better informed, and people can then share a common stance against coups. So that's the type of application we wanted to develop. Coups have economic impacts, economic results, and here you can see with the design as well, we have some economic analysis data. And there are also areas where users can make comments, so they can see the data, and they can also be enlightened with the comments that others make. So people will receive more detailed information about the economic results. This is the first phase of our project. Then there is the second phase, where we want to transform our project onto a social platform where we can see the experiences of people as well, because coups consist of experiences, and of course there are stories that we can learn from people, what they experienced will create more accurate and more influential proof for us. So in that way, people can be better informed about coups, and of course, they will then understand that they wouldn't want to go back into that time and experience similar cases. Thank you. Okay, well done. So is there anything you would like to add as a speaker of your team? I would like to wish all the best to all other teams and projects. Okay, thank you, and we wish you all the best. And that was Commandos. And now we have Nide Ömer Halis Demir. Welcome to our broadcast. Hello, who are we talking to? Can we hear about you and how many are you in your team? I am a faculty member at NIDA Ömer Halis Demir, and I'm also an entrepreneur at the NIDA Technopark. We're five people. The university and Technopark, we created a mixed team, and the 48 hours was very busy, and we created an application for education. We can have a look at it together if you like. Yes, let's have a look at it. It's on the screen now. Nida Ömer Halis Demir University's presentation will be coming up. We want to talk about the Darbe Bil application. Our main target is to create information in the society and create early awareness in children about the coups. And also, we will have an encrypted message service in our application. And our project is targeting social benefit, and it is a nonprofit project. And we plan to have various funds and the support of the presidency for our application. It's a very simple design. We try to attract attention with yellow and create calm with blue, and provide information with various 15th of July videos. We have areas that explain the coups, and also we also have the APK set up package to fit Android systems. You can get a closer look at the application with that. In terms of coding structure, HTML5, PHP, JavaScript were used for coding modern systems, and all of these codes have been connected to the database, and also there will be an API that will be developed for the database, and the database can easily be updated, and it has been installed on the server, and it has been run on the server, and we can easily receive information about the guests of the application. We can have a look at the interface here. That is the welcome page, the hotlines, and when you click on these hotlines, you can automatically call them, and encrypted messages and information providing messages can be found here as well. We would like to thank you on behalf of our team and wish you a good day. Thank you very much. We briefly saw what your application is about. Is there anything you would like to add? Thank you very much. We are very happy to be part of this process. I would like to wish everyone all the best and thank everyone who put effort into this organization. Thank you as well. And now I would like to invite Norm Site Cybersecurity Technologies. Hello, welcome. Who am I speaking to? Yes, I can hear you. Who am I speaking to? I am the team leader of Norm Site. And how many people are in your team? And what were these 48 hours like? Were you excited? Are you still excited? We're a team of five. We're a mixed team from Metu, 9 Eylül University, and Dicle University. We took an in-depth approach, and we looked at the 475 coups, and we analyzed all of them, so it was very exhausting. Okay, so let's see what the presentation turned out to be like after these exhausting 48 hours. Hello, Norm Site Cybersecurity Technologies Team Leader Fatih. We are participating from Diyarbakır, and we are representing Dicle University and Teknokent. And Before, we also took part in national and international cybersecurity contests, but for the first time, there is a big data theme in a hackathon we're attending. The we had decided to enter under the theme of economics. Out of these three themes, we thought that was the most suitable one for us. And we are creating an application in the area of economy. And when while developing this application, we looked at the past century and all the coups and coup attempts that took place throughout the past century. We analyzed all of them. In the past 75 years only, there have been 475 coup attempts across the world, and around 236 of these coup attempts were successful. So these attempts or coups, pre and post coup social and economic situations and the impact created on economy and the public. We analyzed all of those individually, and so coups are not just about a surge of excitement or people looking for adrenaline. We wanted to show the impacts they actually create. And the only thing I want to underline here is that in the past 75 years, there are 475 attempts and 236 that were achieved. But when you look at Europe, there are no coup attempts in the past 70 years. And Europe is economically very well developed, and Africa, which is the place where the most coup attempts took place, is not doing very well at all. So we are working on creating data to actually materialize all of this information. Thank you very much for the information you provided. So now 19 Mayıs University Konsey will be with us. I am going to ask them to introduce themselves, how many people they have in their teams, and how these 48 hours went for them. It was very exciting for all the teams I know. And we have our participant. Who am I speaking to? Hi, I'm Halil Ayhan. I'm the team leader of Omu Konsey, and we are attending from Samsun, where the independence torch was lit 100 years ago. We are a team of 5, and we had a very busy time. I hope it will be auspicious for everyone. Let's see your presentation.
Evet, sunumunuz teşekkürler diye bitiyor. Biz de size teşekkür.
Yes, your presentation ends with the words thank you, and we would like to thank you. And I can see you're emphasizing the importance of media. Is there anything you would like to add? I would like to wish all the best to the other competing teams, and hopefully the hackathon will provide some auspicious results for our country. And our next team, Phoenix. From the Phoenix team, a speaker will be with us. Yes, hello again. You are here all together as a team. Welcome. So let's briefly get to know you and how did your 48 hours go? I'm Fulya Kalfa. We're from Maltepe University, and I am the leader of the Team Phoenix. 48 hours were very busy, 24 hours. We were live. We tried to respond to the questions we received at the stands. So it was quite exhausting, but very entertaining at the same time, and hopefully we will continue competing until Sunday. Okay, so I'm curious about your presentation and what you created at the end of these 48 hours. Hello, I'm Emrah Kalfa, Mo Phoenix team leader. As part of the July 15 International Anti-Coup Hackathon, we are competing in the area of education, and we are working on a psychological analysis system in social events. So we are trying to make sure that we become a tool for Twitter user statistics. We can see that there are 9,050 tweets tweeted every second and 500 million tweets daily. And with the development of technology, the information transfer speed has increased, and that's why analysis resolution processes have become more complicated. And as Mo Phoenix, we started to work on how we can find a solution to this issue. At this point, with the psychological analysis system and social events, with its multidimensional facade, it can create resolutions to many problems. It can analyze more than 2,000 tweets in every minute, and also it can focus on what types of emotions and feelings these tweets are holding. And during a coup, it can measure the reactions of the people. So it can use sociology and create sociograms instantly. And in terms of cybersecurity and also in many other areas for field analysis, this application can be used. Thank you. Thank you, Team Phoenix. And you've emphasized the importance of social media in our lives. Is there anything else that you would like to add? We would like to wish all the best to all of the other teams, and we can't wait until the semifinals are announced. And now we will move on to Sungurlar. Hello.
Well, you see them now, the Sungurlar team. I would like to leave the floor to your speaker. Can you introduce yourselves and how did you prepare yourselves for this competition? Everyone says it was very exhausting because we are talking about 48 hours, quite intense, and everyone is excited. How are you feeling? Well, hello, member of faculty, Ali Reza. Excuse me, I have a problem with my sound. We can hear you well. I'm from Aksara University. Excuse me. On behalf of Aksara University, we're joining on behalf of Aksara University. The last 48 hours were very intense, and we were very busy with our team. We have a 6-member team. We developed an app, and well, there will be a demonstration of the app in the presentation. Thank you very much. I wish all each and every one of us the best. Okay, let's see what the app is about.
Alo Sayit.
Hello, Said.
Abi ne oluyor? Sela
What's
veriliyor.
happening?
Kalkışma var oğlum, bildirim
There's
gelmedi mi?
Yok
prayer.
abi,
We hear the
kapatmıştım.
prayer from the
Çabuk çabuk
mosque.
aç oku. Ne yapacağını anlarsın.
Tamam abi.
You
Said,
shut off your
hakkını
phone.
helal et.
Well, let's open it and see what happens. I invite our people to join us on the square to go to the airport. Let's go to the squares and airport and wait for them ready. And whatever they will do, have them do there. I haven't seen any force stronger than our people. You will not be successful. You will not be able to divide our people, our nation. You will not be able to take down our flag and keep us silent. We will not, people will not fall on their knees. You will not be able to stop this nation, our people.
Evet, Sungurlar
Well,
NDGS
we
grubunun
heard from
hazırlamış olduğu
Sungurlar team and watched their presentation. Thank you very much. Anything you would like to add? Thank you. I wish you success. Well, after Sungurlar, we will be joined by Tohum Group. Hello, welcome. We will talk to Tohum and we will listen to what they have been doing and in their presentations. So next up was Sungurlar. After Sungurlar is Tohum. Utopia. I would like to invite Utopia instead. Is Utopia here? Hello. Hello, welcome. Who am I speaking to from Utopia? My name is Doğan Can Mavi Deniz from Utopia. I can't see you. Now I see you. Doğan Can, welcome. How was your last 48 hours? It was very exhausting and very intense. And we try to do our best as the other like the other teams. Let's watch the outcome of the last 48 hours. Utopia Okan University. We would like to tell people what a coup is and the impacts and results of a coup can be. We will also share pictures from previous coup. So this is the second screen, a previous coup screen. You will see all of the coups that have taken so far in the world. You can filter the coups, and you can, based on the name of the country, the coup, the dates, you can filter them and put them in order, and then you will click on the details regarding the coup, and you will read the details of the coup. Visualization is important. That's why we drew a graphs as well. The currency rate, the currency value before the coup and after the coup. Valuation, devaluation, so you can see them, and you will have access to detailed information about the relevant coups. We have an artificial intelligence program which has 15 key points, and you can scroll down so you can see cultural, political, and economic analysis of the past, and it will be able to make estimations, and we be able to prevent without having to experience major impacts of the coup. Okay, thank you very much. Can Bey, you told us what you wanted to do. Anything else that you would like to add as a team leader? I wish success to the other teams. Hopefully the best one will win. Hope. Yes, we agree and share your views. And now will talk to BTC. Hello, welcome. VTC. VTC will be with us shortly. They will tell us what they've done so far in the hackathon, how they prepared themselves in the last 48 hours. We are sharing the presentations of each and every team with you, and there will be a winner in this competition, but all teams will be given the chance to make themselves known. Who are you? Hello, can you introduce yourself? Hello, I am from Atatürk University, Elif, industrial engineer. I am the team leader of VTC. We will analyzing previous coup identities, and we will investigate whether or not a person fits this identity that we have investigated before. It's very interesting. Let's see what you have come up with.
Darbe. Bugüne kadar birçok kez yaşanmış.
Has been experienced before. It starts with thinking. It transfers into military violence. It stops systems. It reduces trust, public trust, and it causes civil war. Weapons are used. People, children, and their futures will be affected at the end. Welcome to the presentation of VTC. This problem has a profound impact on life. To come up with a solution, can we use technology as defense? Statistical methods will be used as coding systems, and we will analyze the people behind the coup attempts, and we have a process flowchart or diagram that will be utilized. The user will investigate a person. You will enter the ID number of that relevant person. It is a semi-autonomous system. You see this city, location, profession, educational facility, and associations or societies these people are member of. So these criteria can be updated based on the needs, and you see several thresholds, minimum to maximum thresholds, which will be used for comparison purposes. A percentage value will be calculated, which is safe, less safe, risky, or very risky. So this is how the system will work. And as a result of these calculations, here you will see the part where the user will become active. So the queries, the query records will be recorded in this database as VTC team. This is what we have planned. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for telling us about your project. Anything else you would like to end about your project at the end? Well, hopefully it will benefit our country. I'm speaking on behalf of all teams. Thank you. I wish you a good day. Undoubtedly, it will benefit. It will benefit the country. So I'd like to invite the last team, which is the Tohum team. Hello. Well, who am I speaking to? Hello. My name is Ahmet Badribolu. Ahmet Bey, how did you prepare for this project? How many people are in your team? How did the last 48 hours go? Are you ready? So we have two people on our team joined by various universities. We met many other colleagues. It was, we spent some sleepless nights. And after this, we try on resting for a long period of time. It was a sleepless 48 hours. Well, let's see what happened in these last 48 hours. Hello, as to whom? We came up with this project. It is Darbe Metre. It analyzes the coup and society via social media, leaders, groups, and followers of leaders and groups, and what they have shared will be investigated, and simulations, correlations will be created, meaningful correlations will be determined out of all of those, and graphs and reports will be drawn up at the end. And we will have a social map, and then we will have adherence indexes, public adherence indexes, sensitivity indexes, excitement indexes, the number of tweets that were sent, and social media fluctuations, or in case of coup, any infiltration, if that happens. We will be able to gauge that over the social media, and the data are JSON data, which will be kept in this database. Well, Elasticsearch is very important to have access to big data. So we'll use Elasticsearch, and here you can see instantaneous reporting features. You have 3 different graphs. The total number of individuals examined, 143, and then the popular tweet accounts of the last month, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Muharrem İnce, and the number has increased, as you can see. You see the number of instantaneous tweets, the compliance index between the government and the people, and well, then we have, this was the groups, this is the community. You see the compliance or matching index between the government and people, and to predict any potential situation or prevent it, data will be put into reports, which will be made use of to evaluate the situation. Okay, thank you very much. VTC, what is your last statement before the finals? I wish lots of success to everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for these pleasant presentations. Well, they spent the last 48 hours without sleep. They were very excited. So the teams delivered their presentation. Then the ones that are eligible for the finals of the hackathon will be announced now. The first eligible team is 98.2 computer engineers. They will join the finals. Alpha B Bauntech, Atelier, Beykent University. The other person that is eligible is Boğaziçi Siber and Davet as well, Erciyes Technopark, Hatay Mustafa Kemal University and Technopark, Uninterrupted Democracy, Nide Ömer Halis Demir, Normsite, Siber Güvenlik Teknolojileri, 19 Mayıs University Council, Phoenix, Tohum, and VTC. Congratulations to all of the teams. Good work. You will join us in the finals. We wish you lots of success. This is the first and only military coup hackathon in the world. Thank you very much. The teams that were disqualified in the semifinals, we would like to thank them. We will send your certificates of participation soon. Dear viewers, today we have listened to the presentations of the contenders in the semifinals. We announced the names who will participate in the finals. The projects were quite pleasant. We will await the finals with great excitement. The finals will take place on 19th of July. Of course, you can't measure these projects with prizes, and the purpose is to start people thinking, analyzing, and for a better future, fighting against coups for a better future. They showed us what they can do to allow us to do this. Thank you very much. And I wish the finalists lots of success. But the hackathon is going on, dear viewers. Efforts to contend in the finals have already started. And on the anniversary, we will commemorate our martyrs and a special day. Now we will watch the story of the longest night, 15th of July 2016 coup d'etat film. which commemorates the importance of this day for us. Please keep watching.